These are some of my favorite S-Class ships that I own. In this video I'm going to show you how to get your own S-Class and exotic ships, how to max out the inventory, and how to get some great S-Class upgrades. What yet, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lycos, and this is my No Man's Sky 2023 S-Class Ships Guide. Now I'm going to show you the exact method that I use to get amazing ships in No Man's Sky. This is a method that I use for every playthrough, and I guarantee you'll get some amazing ships if you follow this method. Now the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to head to the anomaly. Here we're going to pick up the economy scanner blueprint, and we're going to install the economy scanner onto our ship. This is very crucial because it's going to allow us to look at our galaxy map, and we're going to be able to see the economies of every system before we go there. And we're going to be looking for 3-star economy systems. Now the reason we're looking for these particular systems is that the better the economy for the system, the better ships you're going to get in that system. You're going to have a higher chance of getting S-Class ships and a higher chance of finding an exotic ship. Once we've warped to a 3-star economy system, we're going to go into our quick menu, we're going to go over to our utilities cog, and then we're going to click on the economy scanner. This is going to scan the entire system, and we're going to be able to find out where a trading post is. Trading posts in 3-star systems are the best place to find S-Class and exotic ships, because ships are coming and going from these locations all of the time, more often than in space stations. So if you want, as you're exploring, you're just making sure that you explore a lot of 3-star systems, checking out trading posts, and maybe landing at the trading post for a few minutes before you move on and explore a new system. Of course, we are going to need millions and millions of units to buy really good S-Class ships, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to make units later on in the video. So what I do as I'm exploring is I'm going around to different 3-star systems, finding trading posts, and then setting up a small base at that trading post. Once I have a few of these bases established in several different 3-star systems, then I start working on earning units. Now let me tell you about my favorite method to earn units in No Man's Sky. As we're exploring, we're going to be looking for a planet that has salt on it. So this particular planet here is perfect. It's an ocean planet and it has lots of salt. So you can do this method with any ship weapon, but I particularly like using the positron ejector, and it's even better the more you have it upgraded. So the more S-Class upgrades you can get for this, the more efficiently you're going to be able to make units. But all you're going to do is you're just going to fly around on the surface of the water, and you're going to shoot down into the water. This is going to get you a ton of salt and oxygen. It's not going to take long at all before you have millions and millions of units worth of salt. Now you can take that salt, head up to a space station, sell it for millions of units, and then just use those units to buy whatever ship you want. Or you can do what I do. This planet that we're farming a ton of salt and oxygen on, I'm going to make a base here with a teleporter. Now with this teleporter you can teleport back to any previous base that you have, and if you've been following my instructions so far, we're going to have a few bases in 3-star systems. Now to make even more units, we're going to make sure that we have medium refiners at these outposts. That way we can refine the salt into chlorine, and then using the chlorine and the oxygen that we've been farming, we can make more chlorine. And because chlorine is worth so much more than oxygen, we are making tons of units by doing this. We're going to be doing this at a trading post because of course you can sell the resources to the pilots that are flying in, and also we're going to be here at the trading post so we can be checking out the ships that are flying in and out to find our perfect ship. And of course all of these bases are in 3-star systems, so we've got a much higher chance of getting an S-Class or an exotic ship. As you can probably tell, I'm a big fan of multitasking. Now let's go even further. Let's get a bunch of nanites so that we can get upgrades as well. While we're here at the trading post, we can be checking out ships that are flying in to see if we can find some A-class ships that we can buy and scrap on the space stations. So even if we're not finding the ship that we want, we can be scrapping these A-class ships at the outfitter on the space station, and this way we're going to be getting upgrades that we can sell to the upgrade vendor for nanites, and then we can use those nanites to buy the upgrades that we want for our ship. As a bonus, the scrap will help us recoup some of the money, and if we're lucky, we'll get some storage augmentations as well to use at the outfitting station so that you can upgrade the storage of your current ship for free. Now if you end up finding a ship that you really want but you can't seem to find an S-class version of it, keep in mind if you have enough nanites, you can also upgrade the class of the ship here at the outfitter station as well. So by doing this method, you have every tool that you need to get S-class ships, exotic ships, and then upgrade them so that they are the perfect ship for you. Now if you've been wondering how you can get this amazing ship that I've been upgrading here, this is a part of the new expedition that came out a few weeks ago, and if you're watching this video on the weekend that it came out, you only have a couple more days to get this ship. All you need to do is finish the expedition and you'll be able to unlock this ship on all of your saves. Unfortunately, if you're watching this video a while after its release, then you're probably not going to be able to get it until Hello Games releases the expedition again. On rare occasions, they do rerun expeditions, so keep an eye out for it. But if you're watching this just after I release the video, good news, it only takes a few hours to finish the expedition and get this amazing ship. Now before the end of the video, I want to give a few bonus tips for new players. Let's talk about upgrades and blueprints that I recommend that you get for your ship. The two weapon types that I like the best are the positron ejector, which is basically a close range shotgun for your ship, very powerful, and another one that I really like is the infraknife, a rapid fire minigun. As for upgrades, I recommend that you focus on getting hyperdrive upgrades early on in your playthrough. No Man's Sky is all about exploring, so with these upgrades you'll be able to explore further before you have to recharge your hyperdrive. And if you're interested in space combat, for instance if you want to be taking down pirates, if you get S-class upgrades for your weapons like your positron ejector or your infraknife, you're going to be destroying enemy ships very easily. Make sure when you're installing your upgrades that you're installing them next to each other because they get a bonus. You're definitely going to want to put your ship components and your upgrades into supercharged slots because they get a massive boost. As you can see with the infraknife here, it gets a huge bonus in damage if it's installed in a supercharged slot. These are the best tips that I could think of to help you guys get an S-class fully upgraded ship. Let me know down in the comments if this video helped you out, and if you have any tips of your own, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys got some useful information from this video. Hit that like button if that's what you're into. I appreciate you all watching, and as always, stay where you're at and I'll come where you're to. Later everyone.